not a 0 to 60, but rather just me explaining my personal experience with a 2006 Honda Odyssey EX model. This one in particular, I bought it back on December 5th of 2021 for about $1,500. It had 216,000 miles on it on the odometer. And currently, as you can see, it has 280,316. But that's because I baby this. I change the transmission fluid every 30,000 miles. And on top of that, I change the oil every 5,000 to 7,000 with full synthetic. And I change the oil filter every time I change the oil. Overall, besides basic maintenance, tires, brakes, all that includes basic maintenance. Besides all of that, I've had to put other work into it, so as well. But the stuff that I had to put into it was honestly kind of minor. When I first got this, I had to put a starter in it, and with these, the starter and the starter solenoid's all in one piece. So it was just held in with 2 bolts. It was not a hard repair. And then after that, I had to get the alternator replaced as well. So, but besides that, I haven't, and a new front bumper, of course. I haven't had to put any other work into this. It's been running actually really good. But after this, I will give y'all guys an update when it hits 300,000 miles. And yes, it is due for a timing belt replacement, and I'm going to go ahead and get that done. If you have one of these Honda Odysseys with the J35 or J series engine in general, they have a timing belt, not a timing chain. You got to get that changed every 100,000 miles. So, as well as and it's a good idea to also get the water pump and the pulleys and tensioners redone as well. That way you don't encounter any issues with that further down the line. So, but it's a very expensive process. But it's just my personal recommendation. But yeah, this thing has been fantastic, and I got more than my money's worth since I've had it for 2.5 years. Coming up in December, it'll be 3 years. It shifts okay. The engine runs fantastically. It even stops good too, as you can see. And no, I'm not slamming brakes. I was just demonstrating, how this thing stops under normal driving conditions, that's all. But, obviously you don't want to just hit your brakes all willy-nilly like that, but there ain't nobody behind me. But the good news is, if you're looking for a Honda Odyssey, so just be aware, you got to get one that's been well maintained. If it runs and shifts good, go ahead and buy it. But if it burns oil, which is more prevalent with the when they have the VCM, which is variable cylinder management, I would recommend EX or LX trims because they don't have that system. But some common issues with these, the top 2 are, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull over real quick so I can explain this. So the top 2 issues with this is sometimes they have relatively weak cams inside the engines, which is generally due to people not changing the oil like they should be. And then they also have a history of transmission issues as well, generally because people tend to drive the shit out of these. And on top of that, they also have a habit of not changing the fluid, which can cause them to have issues down the line. So just some pointers on owning one of these, and you'll have a great time with the reliability. Thank y'all guys for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video whenever I post one out. Adios.